Sanders is out, ready to kick this one away. And off we go from Minneapolis. Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. So here are the Jaguars taking over for the first time on offense. And bringing them out now, a quarterback who really knows how to make something exciting happen.
Last week, Kate, you won't call his effort wasted, never. But you wish a game like that would have come in a win instead of showing up in a contest they ended up dropping. 2 touchdowns, no picks. That's the type of game that wins are typically built off.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. He'll throw it. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. They give to Gibbs on the option. And he'll get them enough for a first down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. He's dropping back to throw. Completed to Davis. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. And the Vikings had an extra defensive back for this third down. Back to throw. He has the first over the middle. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for first and 10. Still sticking with the passing game. That is caught by Brian Thomas Jr. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's first and 10. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And he's brought down after taking this to the 26. Halfway to the marker. It's second and 5. He'll look to throw. Escapes the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. They get 19, and now they're going to have first and goal. From the red zone now. And this is caught. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars finish up an excellent opening series. Little tax on the extra point. And the Jaguars will jump out to a 7-0 lead. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. That's going to be taken in at the 8. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Well, here come the Vikings, taking the field for their first drive of the game. And they're brought out by the 10th pick of the 2024 draft, a national champion at Michigan, J.J. McCarthy.
All J.J. has ever done in his career, no matter where he's been, is win. And there is something to that. I know at times it's hard to measure how much of it was him, how much of it the people around him. Most importantly, just ask his teammates over the years. They love playing with him. That is a characteristic that's important, and I don't think talked about enough, Kate. Do you guys in the huddle want to play for him? Do they believe in you? Everywhere J.J. has been, he's lit up that huddle, and success has followed.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. New set of downs for him from the 46. Here's a give up the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. All right, set now, 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
They give it to him again. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Taken down back at the 34-yard line.
McCarthy throwing on third down. That's completed right side. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They're now set for 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw, McCarthy. Escapes out to the left. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. Jaguars with an extra defensive back out there, 3rd down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one gets up to the 14-yard line before he stopped. Now a moment to check out his numbers catching that football last week. 2nd and 3 now. Looking to the air here. This is complete to Gibbs. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Ivan Pace able to make the stop. Shotgun now on 3rd down. Throw left side, complete. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down. They are throwing it again. Throw reeled in by Thomas. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Gibbs now from the gun. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Throwing now from the gun. Short pass brought in. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Jaguars.
So before they get the snap away, we reach the... Back for the 2nd quarter. It's Jaguar football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's out of bounds after reaching the 25-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's a Jaguar 1st down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Completed to his running back. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down. They bring a tight end in motion right. 1st down from the red zone. And they're going to take this in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars parlay the interception into points. Little able to connect on the point after. And the Jaguars double their lead to 14. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. This return starts at the 5. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. The Vikings and their running back about to get back to work. And he's continuing a great start to the season. You can see currently pacing the NFL in rushing yards. They've got 1st down from the 31. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 35-yard line.
Back-to-back carries here. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
Kate, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. On 3rd and long, it's McCarthy. He puts some power on a deep one. They connect on the deep shot. It's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings start to fight back with their first points of this game. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. Extra point is good by Sanders. And the Vikings chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here's a return from the 7. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. The Jaguars ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And that lead they've got, Brock, they are never going to have to worry about losing it if they keep scoring every time they touch this football.
Is that how it works?
It surprisingly is. You know, if you have the lead and you don't lose it, you win.
And that type of start, well, you wanted all 17 games of a season, but you're lucky to get it more than once.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Now they'll throw out of the gun. He throws a bullet. That's grabbed inside the 30. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It goes for a 38-yard pickup. And that's a Jaguar first down. Sets him up nice and pretty at the 25 following that big play. To the air now on 1st and 10. That's caught at the 4. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Working inside the red zone. That's Thomas. He's got it. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Still sticking with the passing game. And this is caught. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars take a 13-point lead. You always tell me, Brock, it is a whole different world here, running routes, working in confined spaces, instead of having that whole field to spread out a defense.
Oh, spot on, Caden. Some players, that's the world they thrive in, finding windows where windows shouldn't exist and then being ready for the throw to arrive. It happens so fast, trusting your quarterback to make the right read and get it to you.
Little tacks on the extra point. And the Jaguars double their lead to 14.
Vikings 7.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Vikings. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. McCarthy throwing here. Has his man. It's Addison. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Give now to the running back. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short third down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's brought down for a loss.
On these 1st and 10 calls, defenses are always keyed in that a run might be coming their way. And as soon as the QB turned to give the ball, the entire defense came crashing in to bury them for a loss.
Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Has it downfield, working the left. And he takes it in for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings make it a one-score game in the first half. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Sanders connects on the point after. And the Vikings chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Has this at the 6. This return makes it up to the 25. The Jaguars headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. From the 28. Coming deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. It's picked out by the Vikings going the other way. And Minnesota returns this to the end zone. Touchdown. The Vikings earn the chance to tie before halftime. Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Vikings tie this game at 21. Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. Now the Jaguars getting set to go. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. They'll throw on first. Finds him over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. They send the tight end in motion. Completed over the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. The Jaguars are going to call their first timeout. Pass play on 1st and 10. Into the hands of Gibbs. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Jags working fast here, trying to get back to the line. 2nd and 4. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down after a short gain. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Putting the tight end in motion. Throwing now, 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Jags working fast here, trying to get back to the line. Complete over the middle. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. Now a timeout called by the Jaguars. That's their 3rd. From the 24. Caught by Washington, left side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. We have reached halftime. Already a full game's worth of excitement in just 2 quarters. Now we'll get you down to our Orlando. Not a big window for those halftime speeches. They're right back out of the locker room and set to resume play with the 3rd quarter. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half. All tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Vikings. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the 1st down.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Devin Lloyd on the tackle. Before the snap on 3rd and 2, they call time. Another carry for him. And again, they stalled him out at the line. He couldn't get it.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
The Vikings getting their punt team out. And this somehow is only going to be our 1st punt of the game. That one hits at the 6, but can't check up. It gets into the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars and Jameer Gibbs back out on offense. And they haven't been shy about looking his way in the passing game, have they? You can see that so far this season, he's currently leading all running backs in receiving yards. On 1st down, it's Gibbs. They'll cobble together a yard there. Dallas Turner there to bring him down. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Again, it's Gibbs. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
It was University of Wisconsin, Kate, the first time I heard this term, slow to explode through. And think how good that Badgers run game has been at the college level. Well, they made runs like that look easy. Slow to explode through.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
1st and 10 from the 41. Here's Gibbs on the carry. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. And we'll pause now. Looks like we had an injury on the play, working to identify who it was. And, yeah, it's Jameer Gibbs who's getting looked at by the trainers. From the red zone now. Short pass brought in. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
The throw is caught. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. The tight end that moves the chains on third down, that's a QB's best friend.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. This throw is caught. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
And he makes the play at full extension. That's a touchdown. The Jaguars grab the lead on their first series of the half. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and that second one far bigger than his first when you just look at the game circumstances. Puts him in front here in the second half. Puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
Little able to connect on the point after. And the Jaguars break that tie and now lead by 7. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They're out and set. First and 10. Plowing up the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Tackle made by Jair Brown. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Headed out right. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. He lets one fly deep downfield. And he finds him in the end zone for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings can tie it up after hitting pay dirt in the 3rd. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Vikings tie us up 28-all. Sanders all set to send it away. He fields it from the 8. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. On first down, they'll run. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. They'll come up first and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Finds his man over the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They bring Thomas in motion. Rolling into enemy territory. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down. That's the end of the third on Sunday night. It's been a thrilling game, an absolute barn burner that is shockingly still tied as we get set for the fourth. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in the locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
And he's able to keep it moving down to the 28. He gets a half dozen on the carry. That's also going to bring up 3rd and 6. Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. To the air, 3rd and long. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Into traffic, complete. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They send a man in motion. On 2nd and 4. This one's caught.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, the big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers that time, a running back in the flat.
Can't connect over the middle, it's incomplete.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
This return starts at the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The home teams and Justin Jefferson ready to go to work again offensively. And he's been reading the coverage, dare I say, Brock, even better than his quarterback has all game. I mean, he just continues to find openings and make plays in this second half. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Has his man. It's Addison. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. 4 yards, narrows the distance a bit, but still some yardage left here on 4th down.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of reaction time you want when you face a draw play. They broke on it shortly after the draw started, and they contained it to a minimal gain.
Minnesota lined up in punt formation. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. Absolutely crushed his first punt, and here's another huge one. Takes this in at the 25. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Complete out to the right side. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's a Jaguar first down.
Well, that's a game that has its roots in preparation during the week. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of stuff. Identifying ways to target the coverage and creating opportunities for big completions.
It's the 2-minute warning here in Minneapolis. Jaguars holding on to a field goal lead. Lone back gets the handoff. And he's able to get this down to the edge of the red zone. So after the 2-minute warning, another stoppage here. The defense is calling time. 1:55 to go. The give here on second. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now we get another stoppage here. Just 1:52 remaining. The defense burns a timeout. They'll run here on first down. And not much for him there. He's down to the 15-yard line. The defense takes its third and final timeout. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back to the well again. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
And they'll let the clock run all the way down and expire.
Delayed game, offense.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0.
Still 3rd down.
Backed up now after the penalty. It's 3rd down. They'll run here following the penalty. Gets to space right side. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
That's a BYOB. You got to be your own blocker. It would have taken the entire defense piling on to stop him from getting that 1st down. Well done.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. The Jaguars kneeling out the rest of this victory.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed out the clock. But the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
With the win in hands, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the Jaguars, the visitors in this one, but they take home the win. And this was the type of response you always hope to see after a loss, Brock. Get right back out there and find a way to win the following week. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. It's a win for the Jaguars as we bid you farewell from Minneapolis.